This is the thing, right? When you lock in that mastiff foundational trait and that mastiff foundational blood, what ends up happening is you get a mastiff shaped head. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be showing you the Cane Corso's headpiece, and I'm gonna be showing it to you to show an example as to what you see a lot of in the XL American Bully today. What is going on, YouTube family? It is your boy Al with the Heavy Hitter Bully Crew, and I am back for another lit video for you guys. And hold on, before we even get into it, if this is your first time here, smash that sub button right now. Become a part of our family and join us on this journey together. So with that being said, in today's video, we're going to be picking up from the video that I made last week in which I discussed what is wrong with the XL American Bully, and I said I was going to be breaking this down into a series, and last week was our first installment of it. So in last week's video, I discussed the proper headpiece and the proper muzzle, and in today's video, we're going to be covering what I like to call the front piece, shoulder set, chest spread, natural width, fronts, and paws. And with that being said, we're going to get into the depths of this, discussing conformation and discussing the breeds that help play the role in developing the XLs of today and why they are wrong. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So we're talking about the proper front piece, trait for trait. First and foremost, we have to discuss proportion. And what is proportion? Your dog needs to be as wide as it is tall. So if your dog is anywhere from 14 to 23 inches at the width, it doesn't matter. Whatever class it is, it doesn't matter. Your dog has to be the same width that it has in length. And that look, that box look, that proportional look is what allows the American Bully to carry all of the substance and traits and balance it needs to be able to show off that look. Now, with that being said, why is this wrong with the XL American Bully? We're going to get into that discussing the breeds. So let's get into that. So we're talking about the breeds that play the role in the XLs of today. First and foremost, we have to talk about the foundation of the American Bully. The American Bully is the American Staffordshire Terrier bred to the Bulldog. Basically, keep the pit bull face, but give it more juice, more of a block of your head, more muscle, more mass, and eventually you line breed on that and inbreed on that, and eventually you get to the look that the original founders wanted. And why am I talking about that? Because when you talk about the breeds that make up the XLs and they play a role in a lot of the bloodlines, especially the bigger dogs, we have to understand why we can't get the look and why we lack in consistency. So first up, we have the Cane Corso. Next up, we have the American Staffordshire Terrier. Next up, we have the African Barbell. And lastly, we have the Neapolitan Mastiff. And why am I talking about these breeds? Because each of them play a role in everybody's vision. So let's get into that. Now that we got that out there, I'm going to be showing you how the front piece of these breeds plays a role in the poor front pieces and inconsistent front pieces that we have in the XLs of today. So first up, we have the Cane Corso, and what you see with the Cane Corso is more of a narrow chest which lacks in chest drop. Now with that being said, when you see the overall look of the Cane Corso, the Italian Mastiff, you get more of a lankier look. You get decent bone, right? Not thick bone, not that Bulldog-esque bone. You get what I'm saying? Next up, we have the American Staffordshire Terrier. An American Staffordshire Terrier gives you that traditional classic frame, and that is more of the mid-2000s feel for the American Bully, which a lot of people agree with. Next up, we have the African Barbell. And when you see the African Barbell, you see more of a wider spread, a little bit more of that thicker bone. And this look, especially with the front piece and the face, this is what you see of a lot in the XLs of today, especially the bigger dogs. You get what I'm saying? Next up, we have the Neapolitan Mastiff. And when you look at the front piece on the Neo Mastiff compared to the other breeds I've just discussed, you have a little bit wider spread than the Cane Corso, but not as wide as the African Barbell. But you get very, very, very thick bone. And that is a look that you see of in some of that bigger stuff that you get with the XLs of today. Now with that being said, now that we got that out there, let's get into the next part of the video. So now that we got the breeds out there, why is that important in regards to the front piece and the standard? Because you have to understand the foundation of the American Bully. The American Bully, like I said earlier, is the American Staffordshire Terrier bred to the Bulldog. You need to have the bullier traits. You cannot get to the standard on the front piece with the bullier traits when you have Mastiff base blood behind it. And when you get of a lot of, especially in the XLs, you get a lot of that hybrid juice, which is the Mastiffs or the African Barbells bred to the Bulldog. And you get inconsistency within the class, because what ends up happening, you try to line breed on that dog, or you try to inbreed on that dog, all you're going to do is pull the Mastiff traits. That's why the class is so inconsistent. Now with that being said, why is that important? Because you have to understand, you're never going to reach the standard utilizing Mastiff blood. You have to get back to using the Bulldog blood to pull the Bulldog traits. So what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be showing you this American Bulldog, right? And he is 22 inches at the withers. Look at this boy. This boy has way more juice than damn near every XL. This dog literally has everything that the XL is missing. Now this boy is 22 inches at the withers. You can't tell me that bullier traits are not possible on a bigger frame, because look at the spread, look at the bone, look at the mass. These are the traits that the ABKC wants the XLs of today to have. So now that we got all of that information out there, why is that so important? Because now we're gonna go back to the topic that I brought up earlier in this video, which is proportion. And why is it so important? Because I want you all to get a visual from these breeds to see why the XL is lacking. Because when you see those traits of those dogs, you can see a lot of those traits in the XLs of today. And I want you all to get that visual to see, oh wow, that is completely different. And then when you see the bulldog and you see those traits compared to the dogs that are winning today, you can see this is the look that they're going for. And these are the traits that the XL needs. So with that being said, now let's get into the conformation end. So we're talking about the conformation aspect of the front piece. First up, we have to talk about the shoulder set and having the proper angulation. And what does this mean? So when you have a dog with the proper shoulder angulation, it really showcases that chest drop. For me personally, Ghost is lacking in that realm. He's a little bit stiffer up front. His shoulder set is not as angulated as I would like it to be, which is why he moves slower when he is running compared to our girl Chanel. Next up, we're going to be talking about the front. So why is this so important? Because you have to have the proper front piece to correlate with that shoulder angulation to really showcase that natural, correct front piece in regards to the dog. So let's say, for example, that they have a good width, but let's say they have both fronts. The both fronts can give you an illusion that your dog is wider than what it is. What you want to be able to achieve in time is the look with the proper chest spread, right? The proper proportion, but where the fronts are completely straight. And that's what really looks very powerful on the dog when they are moving, and that is what really showcases the look. Lastly, we're going to be talking about the paws, and these are what the correct set of paws look like for the American Bully. Now, why is this so important? Because when you talk about the breeds that, you know, have played a role in regards to the XL and showing you the front piece that they give off, in my opinion, when you have a dog that's heavier and bigger and you line breed or inbreed on those certain bloods, in my opinion, you get weaker patterns, which is why you see a lot of the XLs having and dealing with the east-west paws issue. And these are what the east-west paws look like. And the whole objective is to build and make sure that we have a dog that can consistently have the straighter paws. So when we are talking about the elite and proper front piece, the goal is to have the natural width, right? Have your dog be as wide as it is tall, but to have the straight fronts. You get what I'm saying? And some people get it twisted. You see the bold fronts and people think, well, that dog is wide and that dog is huge. But the truth is that you need the straight fronts to have the actual correct look. And when you have the proper fronts going into the paws, it really showcases that true American Bully look with the bulky frame, right? And to have the proper proportion to be able to carry all of the characteristics and traits that the breed is designed to have. So with that being said, let's wrap up the video. Okay, everybody, so that wraps up the video. Hope that each and every single one of you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and sub to the channel. Check off the bell notification icon to become part of the family. And with that being said, I hope that this video was able to help you and to give you further insight as to where we're going with the XL and to how to make it better. Most importantly, that's what it's about, making this class better so we're not laughed at, you know, amongst the community. So with that being said, like I said, if this is your first time here, smash that sub button, become a part of our family. Let us know in the comments what you think, what you believe. Is this series helping you? But with that being said, that's all I got for you. Stay blessed, y'all. Enjoy your day, and we'll catch you on the next one. We're up and out of here. Stay blessed, y'all.